Whew. Now there are about 1 million cliff racers outside that door. But we'll be fine. I mean, what could go wrong? My percent chance to cast Lesser Levitation is 28%. Guild dues. I left the Mages Guild and dedicated my life to studying the adaptive responses of quaternary variations in Oblivion streams. If Rhaenys Athris wants the dues that much, why don't you just pay them yourself? I am unconcerned with such petty financial matters. Cool, so she doesn't want to, but let's try and see if we can persuade her to see it a bit better. You're too kind, I know. I'm a chum. Guild dues. There we go. So she became more amiable after a bit of admiration. Will you leave me alone if I give you the 2,000 septims? I cannot leave my research unattended. Yes, I'll leave you alone. Here, take the gold and leave me to my work. I would advise that you leave here now. We are engaged in very serious research here, and if you disturb my colleagues, they may not be very understanding. So, cool, we did it. Now, what we technically could do, should we be so inclined, is we can go in there and murder all her colleagues. She won't mind, and it won't influence the quest, and it'll give us some more stuff that we could sell for money that we can use to buy anti-cliff racer stuff, so that might actually be worth a consideration. Let's actually go in there. See if we survive our initial run-in with her colleagues, and we'll see if we want to stay around. There's a scamp over there. That's bad news. Die. Ah, good. We hit it twice. It died. That's good. I say it's bad news, but really it's magic-based attacks or fire attacks, and we're a dark elf, so it's not that bad. Let's cast Heart Heal. Get the spear out, and hello? Are you hostile?
I should have killed you sooner.
What did you just cast on me? Absorb willpower. Screw you. Get stabbed. Get stabbed, scrub.
Run while you can.
Whew. Yeah, that's right. Eat it. Whatever. Sorry. Common amulet, not worth. This is expensive rope. It's pretty swagger. I mean, it's not worth, but we can still take it because it looks cool. Chitin blade. Barely worth. Not really. Ooh, that's a butt. Actually, go away. There we go. Better. Let's see what we can drop some of this stuff out if we don't want to carry it. Silverware knife, some bone meal, black anther. This is exactly worth. Alright, that's fine, let's take that. That's pretty nice. This is not worth at all. Neither is this. Okay. Let's continue exploring this cave. This horrible dark cave. We have some potions of light, don't we? Let's see about this. There we go. How much light did that give us? It's an exclusive potion of light. Hopefully it lasts a while. Alright, so... now we have way too much light.
You're growing weak.
The game can't handle how much light there is. Ow. Ow. Oh god, this is horrifying. Ow. Ow. Just die already. Am I using the Devil Spear? I'm using the Devil Spear. I'm an idiot. Run. There we go. Okay, let's try again. Ow. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, we ran into a Nord with an axe, and also we're a mage. Let's try again. See what happens. Let's try a Night Eye potion this time. Maybe that's less awful to look at. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And Light Spear.
You're bested.
Ugh. God, you hit so hard! Damn you! I mean, I'm not wearing armor, so it's my fault, but damn you!
I will bathe in your blood.
It's the Nord ability right there. Whew! Okay, we did it! Alright. Alright, okay. You learn. That's right. Not really worth, not worth, definitely not worth, and not worth. Okay, well, you gave us a boost to our spear, which we want, so you know. Let's see. By now we could just get a torch out, I hope. Come on. There we go. Let's see if we can get our hands on anything else up here. Something useful and nice. Let's actually save the game just to be sure. There's mushrooms up here, we can take those. You have angered the mushroom god. He hears the plight of his children. You will suffer. Anything over here? Not that I can see. Okay. Let's just... That sounds ominous. I'm not super jazzed about finding out what that sound is. What do we have? We have resistances, we have some fatigue, we have... Did we have healing? We have some magicka. Let's pop a magicka potion. Let's do some healing. And get ready for whatever's in here. Let's actually pop the Thieves Ring, because it increases our agility, which influences our chance to hit, so we can just pop that. The Cursed Ring, we don't really need to take damage right now. Alright, let's see what's up.
Now you die.
Oh no, nope. Is it too dumb to open the door? I hope it is. That was a... what are the name of those things? Ugh. I forget what they're called. We should actually go and punch it just so we can see what it's called. Bone Walker. She just burned all her mana really quickly. Oh dear. Damage attribute, endurance. Now we're over encumbered. Let's drink the Sushuma, see if we can get our strength up. Die, please die. Store health. Alright, wait, we got it. Oh, jeez. Okay, we did it. Home free. Okay. That wasn't close at all. Okay, let's see what's up here. Our intelligence has been drained. Our endurance has been damaged. We need to go and see a temple to deal with this stuff. See your robe here. Let's take that. Keep your dagger thing. Okay, and now it's time to have this take the spoils of war. It's not trapped, but it is locked. Let's see what else you got here. Scroll of Summon Flame Atronak. Nice. I will take that. Summoning scrolls are pretty cool. Golden Saint Scroll? What? What? Yes, please, give. Oh dear. This is horrible. Oh god. It is actually the worst. Okay. That Bone Walker really did a number on us. Man, we are in a bad way. Alright, let's take the Fatigue Potion, this Cure Poison Potion, Detect Keys Potion, nice. Dispel. Greater Domination? I mean, yes. First Barrier? Not as cool as Greater Domination or a Golden Saint Scroll. I mean, what? Is this a... It doesn't look like a disease, but it might be. No, we've just been drained. That's what this is. So, do we have... We've been selling all of our restore whatever attribute potion all this game because we don't need them, but now we do. Isn't that just always the case? Okay, let's see. Do we have anything? No, we don't. Okay, it's just gonna be... We arm CV intervention to wherever we need to go. Is there anything else we can do? I don't feel like there is. Okay. We're gonna see me intervention out of here. We're gonna drop whatever we need to drop to get out. We're basically gonna have to unequip everything, I think. And then we're gonna have to go and get some help from a temple. What is it? Yeah, that's exactly what Bone Walkers do. They drain you to hell. Let's go. Alright, so we're in Balmora, nice. So Balmora is closer to that place than one of these places here is. That's cool. And yeah, we are in a bad place. Right, time to literally just drop everything. Let's create the world's largest pile of garbage on the floor. This is a bit laborious, but in fairness, I don't think, having a button that is drop your entire inventory, the button, also seems like it might be risky game design. So, I understand that this is an exception and not a rule. And in the future, we shall venture to carry more than one bottle of Tsushima, and we should maybe have a we'll make sure to carry a potion of restore strength and restore endurance, so we can avoid this in the future. And there we go. We are still over encumbered. Because, yes, of course we are. Oh jeez, we might be stuck. Let's see if this Bone Walker has actually killed us. Let's give it some more time, see if anything wears off. Nope, yeah, the Bone Walker killed us. So, this is a way of quote-unquote dying in this game. You can be reduced to helplessness, and at that point, you know, there's nothing left for you to do. We're just gonna have to load. And, yeah. So, fictionally speaking, what was gonna happen here is that we were... I mean, this is a thing that could happen in, like, an actual role-playing game, right? Like, you could be incapacitated in a dungeon and then be completely unable to save yourself. In our case, we were able to teleport to a town, but, you know, game be game. Yeah, nope, this time we are not gonna engage the Bone Walker, we are just gonna chill and wait for that thing to disappear on its own. Because that was a summoning spell, and it has to have a duration. There we go. Come at me! Oh no. Please die. Please die before your horrible, stupid monster finds its way in here.
Die, Vector!
Okay. We did it. We killed the mage. We didn't get drained to nothing. Alright, let's take her stuff again. And this time, we're in a better spot to loot everything. Flame Atronach. Golden Saint Scroll, which is still staggeringly good. I almost don't know what would be the best use of that scroll. It would either... So, Golden Saints are not hyper common in Vvardenfell. The best use of that scroll would either be to use it to fight something big and scary, or to summon the Golden Saint and then soul trap it. Trapping it in a giant soul gem and use that soul gem to create something truly powerful through enchanting. Either or. Yeah, you can trap the souls of things you summon in this game. This, like, among the many things this game doesn't care about. It's not like, no, if you could do that, that would break the game, and that's not the... You have to play fair with, like, the game doesn't care. If you can do that, if you have the capacity to call up creatures, trap their souls, and then kill them before they get unsummoned, then good on you. Like, you trap the soul, you can use it for enchanting, or sell it, or whatever. And you can earn a bazillion amounts of, like, a bazillion gold pieces doing it. And again, like, it doesn't matter to the game. Because it's like a setting with a story in it that you can do whatever you want with. Masterful Eye, calms a creature, Swift Swim and Water Breathing. Swift Swim and Water Breathing sounds like a good scroll to have for, like, later spelunking underwater. Yeah, definitely. The magical items you can make in this game are pretty nice. You can find some items in this game that are more powerful than anything you can create on your own, but there is a bunch of good stuff that you can create all on your lonesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna take all of these. These are excellent. We have more scroll. Can I open this? Is 25 too high for me? Yep. Okay. How many scrolls of Unduce's Unhinging do we have then? We have 2, and we have 2 containers here. That's good. And then we can read whatever the first whole revolt is. That'll be the first book we read. Okay. So, Unduce's Unhinging. There we go. And again. Nice, restore speed and restore health. And for this one, can we probe it? We have a probe, can we disarm it? It's not too complex, so we can keep trying. Let's actually heal up before we keep doing this. You know, just in case. We did it. Okay. Oh, the Invocations of Asura. And Shadow and Shield. Nice. I'll take anything except the goblet. Cool. Let's see, is there anything over here before we read that book? There's some scuttle. Some more scuttle. And that's about it. Cool. Alright, book time. Oh wait, there's one here. I think we can open this. There we go. Bit of gold. Nice amulet. Not worth, but that one's good. Okay. The first hold revolt has given us mysticism. Nice. By Mavius Kie? Mavius Kie? It sounds imperial, so the C is probably a K sound. You told me that if her brother won, she would be sister to the king of Wayrest, and Riemann would want to keep her for the alliance. But her brother Helseth lost and has fled with his mother back to Morrowind. And still, Riemann has not left her to marry me. Lady Ghislaine took a long, slow drag on the hookah and blew out Dragon's Breath, so the scent of blossoms perfumed her gilded chamber. You make a very poor advisor, Kael. Kael? I might have spent my time romancing the king of Cloudrest or Alienor instead of the wretched royal husband of Queen Morgia. Kael knew better than to hurt his lady's vanity by the mere suggestion that the king of Firsthold might have come to love his Dunmer queen. Instead, he gave her a few minutes to pause and look from her balcony out over the high cliff palaces of the ancient capital. The moons, that's right, there are multiple moons, I forgot. The moons shone like crystal on the deep sapphire waters of the Abekian Sea. It is ever springtide here, and he would well understand why she would prefer a throne in this land than in Cloudrest or Alienor. Finally he spoke. The people are with you, my lady. They do not relish the idea of Riemann's dark elf heirs ruling the kingdom when he's gone. I wonder, she said calmly, I wonder if as the king would not give up his queen for want of alliances, whether she would give herself up out of fear. Of all the people of Firsthold, who most dislike the Dunmer influence on the court? Is this a trick question, my lady? Asked Kael. The Trepidite monks, of course. Their credo has ever been for pure Altmer bloodlines on Somerset, and among the royal families most of all. But my lady, they make very weak allies. I know, said Ghislaine, taking up her hookah again thoughtfully, a smile creeping across her face. Morgia has seen to it that they have no power. She would have exterminated them altogether had Riemann not stopped her for all the good they do for the country folk. What if they found themselves with a very powerful benefactress, one with intimate knowledge of the court of Firsthold, the chief concubine of the king, and all the gold to buy weapons, with that her father, the king of Skywatch, could supply? Well armed and with the support of the country's people, they would be formidable, nodded Kael. But as your advisor, I must warn you, if you make yourself an active foe of Queen Morgia, you must play to win. She has inherited much of her mother, Queen Berensire's intelligence and spirit of vengeance. There is a series of books in this game all about Queen Berensire. She will not know I am her foe until it is too late, shrugged Ghislaine. Go to the Trepidite monastery and bring me Friar Lilim. We must strategize for our plan of attack. For 2 weeks, Riemann was advised about growing resentment in the countryside from peasants who called Morgia the Black Queen. But it was nothing that he had not heard before. His attention was on the pirates of a small island far off the coast called Kalui's La. They had been more brazen as late, attacking royal barges in organized raids. To deliver a crushing blow, he ordered the greatest part of his militia to invade the island, an incursion he himself would lead. A few days after Riemann left the capital, the revolt of the Trepidite monks exploded. The attacks were well coordinated and without warning. The chief of the guard did not wait to be announced, bursting into Morgia's bedchamber ahead of a flurry of maidservants. "My queen," he said, "it is revolution!" By contrast, Ghislaine was not asleep when Kael came to deliver the news. She was seated by the window, smoking her hookah and looking at the fires far off in the hills. Morgia is with council, he explained. I am certain they are telling her that the Tripartite monks are behind the uprising, and that the revolution will be at the city gates by morning. How large is the revolutionary army in contrast to the remaining royal militia? Asked Ghislaine. The odds are well in our favor, said Kael. Though not perhaps as much as we hoped. The country folk, it seems, like to complain about their queen, but stop short of insurrection. Primarily the army is composed of monks, the monks themselves, and a horde of mercenaries your father's gold bought. In a way of thinking, it is preferable this way. They are more professional and organized than a common mob. Really, they are a true army, complete with a horn section. If that doesn't frighten the Black Queen into abdication, nothing will, smiled Ghislaine, rising from her chair. The poor dear must be beside herself with worry. I must fly to her side and enjoy it. Ghislaine was disappointed when she saw Morgia come out of the council chamber, considering that she had been woken from a deep sleep with cries of revolution and had spent the last several hours in consolation with her meager general force. She looked beautiful. There was a sparkle of proud defiance in her bright red eyes. My queen, Ghislaine cried, forcing real tears. I came as soon as I heard. Will we all be slaughtered? A distinct possibility, replied Morgia simply. Ghislaine tried to read her, but the expression of women, especially alien women, were a far greater challenge than those of Altmer men. I hate myself for even thinking to propose this, said Ghislaine, but since the cause of their fury is you, perhaps if you were to give up the throne, they might disperse. Please understand, my queen, I am thinking only for the good of the kingdom and our own lives. I understand the spirit of your suggestions, smiled Morgia, and I will take it under advisement, believe me. I have thought of it myself, but I don't think it will come to that. Have you a plan for defending us? Asked Ghislaine, contorting her features into an expression she knew bespoke girlish hope. The king left us several dozen of his royal battle mages, said Morgia. I think the mob believes we have nothing but palace guards, and a few soldiers to protect us. When they get to the gates, are greeted with a wave of fireballs. I find it highly unlikely that they will lose heart. Highly likely, not unlikely. What am I saying? Highly likely that they would lose heart and retreat. But isn't there some protection they could be using against such an assault? Said Ghislaine in her best worried voice. If they knew about it, naturally there is. But an unruly mob is unlikely to have mages skilled in the arts of restoration, by which they could shield themselves from the spells or mysticisms, by which they could reflect the spells back on my battle mages. That would be the worst scenario, but even if they were well organized enough to have mystics in their ranks and enough of them to reflect so many spells, it isn't just done. No battlefield commander would advise such a defense during a siege unless he knew precisely what he was going to be meeting. And then, of course, once the trap is sprung, Morgia winked, it is too late for a countering spell. A most cunning solution, your highness, said Ghislaine, honestly impressed. Morgia excused herself to meet with the battle mages, and Ghislaine gave her an embrace. Kael was waiting in the palace garden for his lady. Are there mystics among the mercenaries? She asked quickly. Several, in fact, replied Kael, bewildered by her query. Largely rejects from the Sijic order, but they know enough to cast the regular spell of the school. You must sneak out to the city gates and tell Friar Lillem to have them cast reflection spells on all the front line before they attack, said Ghislaine. That's most irregular battlefield strategy, frowned Kael. I know it is, fool. That's what Morgia is counting on. There is a gang of battle mages who are going to be waiting on the battlements to greet our army with a barrage of fireballs. Battle mages? I would have thought King Riemann had brought them with him to fight the pirates. You would have thought that, laughed Ghislaine. But no, but then we would be defeated. Now go. Friar Lillem agreed with Kael that it was a bizarre, unheard of way to begin a battle, casting reflection spells on all one's troops. It went against every tradition, and as a Tripartite monk, he valued tradition above every other virtue. There was little other choice, though, given the intelligence. He had few enough healers in the army as it were, and their energies could not be wasted, casting resistance spells. At dawn's light, the rebel army was in sight of the gleaming spires of Firsthold. Friar Lillum gathered together every soldier who knew even the rudimentary secrets of mysticism, who knew how to tap into the elementary conundrums and the knots of the energies of Magicka. Though few were masters in the art, their combined force was powerful to behold. A great surge of entangling power washed over the army, crackling, hissing, and infusing all with their ghostly force. When they arrived at the gates, every soldier, even the least imaginative, knew that no spell would touch him for a long time. Friar Lillum watched his armies batter into the gate with great satisfaction of a commander who has counteracted an unthinkable attack with an outrageous defense. The smile quickly faded from his face. They were met at the battlements, not by mages, but by common archers of the palace guard. As the flaming arrows fell upon the siegers like a red rain, the healers ran in to help the wounded. Their healing spells reflected off the dying men, one after the other. Chaos ruled as the attackers suddenly found themselves defenseless and began a panicked, unorganized retreat. Friar Lillum himself considered briefly holding his ground before fleeing himself. Later he would send furious notes to Lady Gialine and Kyle, but they were returned. Even his best secret agents within the palace were unable to find their whereabouts. Neither had, as it turns out, much previous experience with torture, and they soon confessed their treachery to the king's satisfaction. Kyle was executed, and Gialine was sent back with an escort to her father's court of Skywatch. He has still to find a husband for her. Riemann, by contrast, was elected not to make a new royal concubine. The common folk of Firsthold consider this break in palace protocol to be more of the sinister alien influences of the Black Queen, and grumble to all who will listen. That was a long book. And we got some mysticism for it, so, you know, that's fine. Sometimes the books in this world relate directly to Morrowind and to Vvardenfell. In this case, this is one of those kinds of books that I enjoy reading to myself, but sometimes it's just too much, right? The little cutesy stories are not altogether that adeptly written all the time. Some of them are really good. In this case, I would have preferred it to be shorter. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think there is a book called The Chimer Vamidium that I really like. Though I might be remiss remembering what book I'm thinking of. There is another scamp. Okay. Gotcha. And we out.
How are you?
I'm fine. Your colleagues, on the other hand, well, you had this will in hand, right? See you in the guild. Alright, if I remember correctly, we had a billion cliff racers out here, but... Let's see, what's up? Yup. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, this is awful. Did we have a scroll of barrier? We do. Barrier spell. Give us some armor, healing to give us some life, and see if we can't take these guys out. Oh dear. This is the worst. I hate you. I hate you so much. Die! Just die, all of you. Whew. Okay. Okay, we did it. I almost want to leave the pile of corpses here as a monument to my victory. Let the other cliff racers know. But they wouldn't stop, so whatever. Let's just dispose of them. Get some plumes for our trouble. We also got some spear training, so, you know, all good things. We did lose a scroll and a potion though. Are we doing good for healing potions? We have 8 restore magic here. We are basically out of restore health, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, we need more healing potions when we get back. And we could CV intervention from here, if I remember correctly. So let's do that. There we are. Back in Balmora. Let's go and get some CV potions. Not potions. Scrolls. Let's get some scrolls. Anything else? Panacea. Master's Eye. Gem Feeder. The Gem Feeder could be nice. In case we find something like big and scary. Let's have a scroll of Gem Feeder actually. So, Gem Feeder is just Soul Trap. But it's nice to have a scroll of Soul Trap, because we're not... our mysticism is not high enough that we can cast a spell with complete surety. Also, we don't even have Soul Trap, like, as of now. So having a scroll of it, just in case you come across something that would be really lucrative to trap, would be nice. And we can also go grab a Soul Gem, so we also have that on us.
What's yours?
These are all full, though. Let's take a lesser Soul Gem. I don't remember what the strongest soul we can fit into a lesser Soul Gem is. But we'll find out, I'm sure. Let's go and sleep, get our magicka back up. And then we'll go talk to Rhaenys about the guild dues.
So, where are you from?
Hello, Stargle. That's not creepy at all. Why are you staring at my house, bro? What's wrong with... I mean, it's not my house. I guess I know why you're staring. It's because you see me come and go in this house. What are you doing? You're a commoner. And why am I talking to you? Goodbye. Actually, let's see if you have any rumors here. Hlalu and Telvanni have been fighting over Orderniran for years. Okay, cool. So, if we find a place called Orderniran, we know to expect both Hlalu and Telvanni to mess around there. Join a guild? Yeah, we already are. Thanks, dude. Vampires are not as much of a problem here as back in the West. Here, the Dark Elves burned them out centuries ago, and the temple makes sure they don't come back. You, sir, are feeding me misinformation. You're a liar. Once we go to the Ashlands, we risk vampire trouble. The Ashlands is, like, in this area here. And vampires are nasty. So, yeah. We also have the Book of Data we can read later on. We could drop these. Let's go drop these alchemical ingredients off. And then we'll go to the guild. We can sell all of this stuff too. We'll keep the scrolls, I'm guessing. We don't need more than one scroll to cure disease on ourselves, though. Get rid of these. Masterful Eye. We could keep that. Let's do that, actually. We have a Scroll of Divine Intervention, that's fine. We have the Gem Feeder Scroll. Scroll of Greater Domination. I don't feel like we'll need it. It's pretty powerful. And for what we're doing right now, it's just taking up space. We're not gonna be casting a Dominate spell of that magnitude. We'll keep this one until we need to do some underwater shenanigans. This one we don't need. We might need a barrier spell. We could use an Oathfast scroll in case we run into some, like, nasty casters or something. Rally creature, 40 to 80 points for 60 seconds on touch. I have no clue what rally does. I have forgotten. Let's just keep it. We'll find out.
What do you want, Outlander?
I mean, you could stand to be a bit nicer to me. I just did your job. Alright, let's see. Your duties. Yeah, I convinced him to join you. Good work, Tamriel. Maybe he'll give us some info on the Telvanni. I suppose I should find something to give you for your efforts. Here. These spare potions. And did you get Manway's guild dues? We got 4 quality restore magicka potions. That basically restores more magicka than we have. So we'll not be using those unless we're in a, like, let's spam everything, like, situation. Do you have the 2,000 septims that Manway owes? No. Yeah, okay, we do. Good work, Tamriel. You're the first journeyman to get Manway to pay her dues. I knew I could rely on you. I'm imagining, like, if we didn't see the corpse closet in in Manway's dungeons, it's like a bunch of dead journeymen, and then every now and then they send a master and it's like, pay up, okay. Oh, we got half of it. Yeah, nice. So we have a bunch of gold now, and we could stand to go level up. We're halfway there, so maybe we should pay some trainers, get our skills up, and then level. Stand, get a bit more HP, be fine. Let's do that actually. So I think we've let's look at our spear. Spear started at 15, so it's gone up by 3. So we need to up it by 7 more. Let's find a spear trainer. Oh well, any skill really. We just need to up by any endurance-based skill. We need to up by 7 more.
Oh, Outlander, did you want something?
What is our lowest? Medium armor and heavy armor both low, so those would be cheap to train. We'll save. I'm gonna try to see if you have medium armor. I'm gonna try and persuade her, see if I can get her to admire me, so it'll cost less to get training. I should slap you. You're too kind. That's very sweet, thank you. I should slap you. I should slap you. Damn it. Okay, maybe if we use our thief ring. I'm not buying that one. I prefer not to. Which? With me? Thanks. Come on. Can we get it up to 90? 91. Okay, good. Let's see about training. Okay, that's fine. We'll take this up by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the reason we took this up by 7 points is we had our spear up by 3 points. And now that we have taken medium armor up by 7 points, that means that in total we have leveled skills that uses endurance as their governing attribute up. We have leveled 7 of those skills up. 10 in total, right? Spear goes off endurance, medium armor goes off endurance. So in total, endurance-based skill, we have 10 level ups in. That means that when we go level up, we can get a endurance modifier of 5 when we go level up. Which is basically like getting as much endurance as we can, which we will keep doing until we're at 100 endurance. What else do we want to boost while we're here? What have we upped so far? Our mysticism has been upped by 1. That's willpower based. We did some alchemy earlier, I believe. Yeah, we did. So alchemy is intelligence based. We could boost intelligence. Let's boost intelligence. Alchemy's gone up by 4. So we need to up it by 6. Let's go and find Ashira, see if she will train us. We have a good rapport with Ashira because we did a bunch of stuff to help her, so...
Well met.
Warmly greeted, friend. Welcome.
Thank you, kitty face. Let's see if you can help me out. You can, but it's a bit pricey, Ashira, for a person who has 100 disposition with us, you greedy cat. Okay, let's see. Alright, there we go. So, alchemy is up. We are a bit lower in the ye old cash money, but we should be fine. So now, if everything has worked out correctly, when we go to, we need to boost something, like just something random up here. Let's see, what skill do we want to boost? I don't know. What would be fun? I guess we could boost Conjuration or Speechcraft. Speechcraft would be good because that will give us a...
Alright, I'm intrigued.
Like, that'll basically mean that it's easier to get stuff cheaper in the future. Let's boost our Speechcraft. Let's find someone who can do that. Maybe one of the Blades trainers that Kaios introduced us to can help. Once we have boosted Speechcraft by 6 points, we can level up our... We can go level up to level 2, and then we can take 1 luck, 5 endurance, and 5 intelligence, if everything is working out as we want it to. If not, then we'll just do some more training. You have athletics and sneak, whatever. Then there was a trainer upstairs and downstairs.
You're a lot more refined than most of the travelers I've met. I like that.
I like your hair. Nope. Oh, nice. You sell spells too. Well, we can check those out later. Let's see about training. Enchantment, Mysticism, and Restoration. All good bits. Who was the last Blades trainer in this city? Let's see. Blades trainers. Rithleen, Tamalin, and Ninetoes in Balmora. In Caldera, there is Serene Lorraine, Gildan, Shorvar Horsemouth, and Alone the Scout. Okay, so none here. Maybe in the South Wall Corner Club. Training. No Speechcraft. So, a thing, like, if we wanted to, we could level up our Speechcraft by just sitting here and clicking Admire forever. That would work. We could basically click Admire, and it would drop and go up and drop and go up and drop and go up, and we could just level up doing that. But that doesn't seem like particularly engaging. It would be particularly engaging to watch. Let's just find a trainer. Oh, right. This is a Thieves Guild hideout, and she doesn't train you unless you're a member. Speechcraft. I mean, okay. I guess I'll take it. Can we maybe grease your hinges a bit, old man? It's not looking. Oh dear. Oh, he hates me. Please, like me. Let's click this a bunch of times. Please like me. You're not the type I like to deal with. Well, that went extraordinarily bad.
My time on the likes of you.
I'm sorry, dude. Let's actually just wind the clock back on this one. That was horrible.
Are the best in town.
I'm happy for you, Fainriel. Okay, let's take your Speechcraft training at your exorbitant prices. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. And now we are seriously in want of money.
What's it?
And we just boosted our athletics running, of course. Let's go, and we can sleep at Kaya's place. The old Skooma fiend.
Well met, Outlander.
What's that? The War of the First Council. There we go. Okay. You have ascended to level 2. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you've come alive. And yes, as you can see, we have 3 tokens that we can spend on whatever. And based on how many times we leveled up a skill governed by a certain attribute, we now have a modifier to that attribute. So in case of intelligence, we get times 5, so we can get 45. And endurance, we have times 5, so we have 80. And then we'll put one into luck. And this is basically the name of the game. Endurance, we'll keep doing this stuff until we reach 100. The others will be interchangeable, but we'll likely be doing endurance and luck for the next couple of levels. So there we go. We're level 2 now. And as you can see, our HP jumped to 53, where before it was 45, I think. And that's because of our endurance. Our endurance is way high.
Wealth beyond.
Right. So what's next? We could talk to Ashira, continue the Mage's Guild.
Go ahead.
We also sell some of these books, because they're basically just taking up space in our inventory.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
I kind of want to read the Book of Daedra before we sell it. Let's do that. Because it's either supremely useful, or it's probably gonna be like juicy setting lore stuff. So let's do that. Book of Daedra. The Book of Daedra. These are excerpts from this lengthy tome describing the nature of each of the Daedra. Ashura, whose sphere is dusk and dawn, the magic in-between realms of twilight, known as Moonshadow, Mother of the Rose and Queen of the Night Sky. Boethia, whose sphere is deceit and conspiracy, and the secret plots of murder, assassination, treason, and unlawful overthrow of authority. Clavicus Vile, whose sphere is the granting of powers and wishes through ritual invocations and pacts. Hermias Mora, whose sphere is scrying of the tides of fate, of the past and the future, as read in the stars and heavens, and in whose dominion are the treasures of knowledge and memory. Hersine, whose sphere is the hunt, the sport of the Daedra, and the great game, the chase, known as the huntsman, and the father of man-beasts. Malakath, whose sphere is the patronage of the spurned and the ostracized, the keeper of sworn oaths and the bloody curse. Mehrunes Dagon, whose sphere is destruction, change, revolution, energy, and ambition. Mephala, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, known by names Webspinner, Spinner, Spider, and whose consistent theme seems to be interference in the affairs of mortals for her amusement. Meridia, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, who is associated with energies of living things. Molak Baal, whose sphere is the domination and enslavement of mortals, whose desire is to harvest the souls of mortals and bring mortal souls within his sway by spreading seed of strife and discord in the mortal realms. Namira, whose sphere is the ancient darkness, known as the Spirit of Daedra, ruler of sundry, ruler of sundry dark and shadow spirits, associated with spiders, insects, slugs, and other repulsive creatures, which inspire mortals with an instinctive revulsion. Nocturnal, whose sphere is night and darkness, who is known as the Night Mistress. Periite, whose sphere is ordering the lowest order of oblivion, known as the Taskmaster. Sanguine, whose sphere is hedonistic revelry and debauchery, and passionate indulgences of darker natures. Sheogorath, whose sphere is madness, and whose motives are unknowable. Vernima, whose sphere is the realm of dreams and nightmares, and from whose realm issues forth evil omens. Especially marked for special interest under the heading Malakath, you'll find the reference Scourge, blessed by Malakath and dedicated to the use of mortals. In short, the reference suggests that any Daedra attempting to invoke the weapon's powers will be expelled into the void stream of oblivion. Of the legitimate artifacts of the Daedra, many are well known, like Ashura's Star and Sheergorath's Wabberjack. Others are less well known, like Scourge, Makan's Hammer, Bane of Daedra. Yet, though Malakath's Blessed Scourge Blessed Scourge, though Malakath blessed Scourge to be potent against his Daedric kin, he thought not that it should fall into Daedric hands, then to serve as a tool for private war among the caitiff and Forsaken. Thus did Malakath curse the device such that, should any dark kin seek to invoke its powers, that a void should open and swallow that Daedra, and purge him into Oblivion's void stream, from thence to pathfind back to the real and unreal worlds in the full order of time. Close. So that's good stuff. There's also like there's a bunch of good fiction about the Daedra. There is a book that seems to be like written from the perspective of Daedra, where it's like, you know, like I am called Legion for we are many kind of deal. That's a really good read too. Let's go and sell the rest of this garbage to the outfitter. Sup, dude? Will you buy my everything? You will. It's courteous of you. We don't need the directions to Kaya's Casades anymore. Let's just get... You don't buy that item. Well, sod you then. Gonna go sell it to someone else. Someone who cares.
Yes?
Galakia's Clanler. Your stupid shirt and your outfitter's shop. Your redware pots and silverware. Such a rude guy. There we go. Can we get 5 more for that, you think? There we are.
How interesting. A tourist.
I hate you. That reminds me, I hate her. Let's go and steal her stuff. She has a thing here I want. Can I get this? There's a guard right there. Give it to me. I can reach it, and he can't see me. Damn it, he sees me. I got it. Ha!
Yes, sir. What do you want?
How interesting.
Alright, so we got a Grandmaster's Mortal and Pestle. That is Mortar and Pestle. That is even more potent than the master version we have. This. We can take this, we can sell it back to her. You can use it to fill the empty space on your shelf. You annoying, judgmental lady. Can you afford that? You can. Okay, cool.
Talk is free. What do you want?
So, not thieves. Thieves quests. We just did thievery, but we're gonna do mage quests.
You flatter me with your attention, Outlander.
Do you like me or something? She does. That's nice.
Warm day to you, friend.
Ashira must find her stolen reports. Ashira needs your help very badly. Galbadir stole Ashira's reports on the properties of local mushrooms and flowers. Ashira knows Galbadir did not leave Mage's Guild, so the reports must be nearby. Okay, I'll help you find them. That's also like a cute quest in my opinion. It was my first impression of Morrowind when I initially played it was I was playing a mage because yay mages, yay magic. And I joined the Mages Guild, and I was kind of like smitten with their relationship, right? Like how they have that little rivalry going on. I'm helping her putting a fake soul gem in her desk, and then she steals the report and hides them. It's like kind of infantile, but also somewhat charming. Because it's like, you know, like they're basically students, right? They behave like students. being like very childish about it. So there's one hidden down here. Ashira's flower report, which we can totally read to get some insight, if we wanted to. Let's see. This is actually, so here's a case of, like something like this might tell us something about how to brew potions. So, Ashira studies hard to learn secret magical properties of gold cannet, stone flower petals, willow anther, and heather. Gold cannet has yellow flowers and very dark green leaves and very sharp spines. Gold cannet and stone flower petals make a paste that restores strength. The paste has some bad effects, but they last only a short time. Right? So, in case we were inept at alchemy, which we started out being, reading this would tell us that gold cannet has restore strength properties. So that way reading this stuff is helpful to us. It's not just fluff. Stone flowers are dark blue flowers, very heavy, so they bend to the ground. It is very expensive, but Ashira can gain more magicka for a short time by mixing stone flower petals with crushed emeralds and water. So stone flower petals plus emeralds equals more magicka. Willow flowers are red and very tall, with tall and thin leaves also. Willow very good for potions, and has many uses. With frost salts, Ashira can make a shield of frost. With grave dust and green lichens, Ashira can make a potion to cure common disease. And with cork bulb, Ashira made a potion that can cure paralyzation. See, it's so useful. Ashira thinks heather comes from Skyrim, because the leaves look like spiny leaves of trees in Skyrim. The flowers are also pink, like the Nord people. When mixed with ruby, it makes very good potion to make you weigh not so much. With scrap of scamp skin, Ashira made a potion to restore personality. Ashira works very hard to collect these flower samples from the dangerous Lake Amaya. Ashira must do 2 reports, and Galbadir must only do 1 city report. Ashira deserves rank of journeyman very soon now. Cool. So I am a journeyman, right? Aren't I? I think I am. Yeah, I'm a journeyman. I outrank you. That's nice. I have come to outrank